Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for August 3rd, 2015. And we're going to have a nice hot and humid summer day today. A little bit warmer than we've had over the last couple of days as temperatures will get up into the 90s in many locations. Part of the problem, or part of the reason that is happening, is you have a cold front that's approaching from the west here. So winds are turning southwesterly here, going to bring in the heat and humidity again for your Monday. But you might have some showers and thunderstorms to contend with, but if you do, it's going to be very late in the day. I think there's been some indications by the Storm Prediction Center and others there would be a slight risk for severe weather. I really think that's going to be taken primarily just to our north here across New York State where the best forcing is, and that's because this area of low pressure is actually off the map up here. The area of low pressure that's sitting up here associated with that, the area closest to the low pressure is where you're going to have the best forcing, and I think your best force is going to be across western New York State here today. So as this moves a little bit further southeast here, from this point that we're showing here, will become more isolated, we think. And then again, the best force is going to be further north here. Here's your cold front back here like this, and as this moves to the southeast, not really a lot of areas get into this action. I'm going to go over to the NAM high-res future simulator radar. Start this off at 6 p.m. this evening. We got primarily just some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Could have some locally heavy rainfall with them. This is across northeastern PA here at this point. But we're running out of daylight at this point. It's going to move a little bit further to the east here. Here's now looking at 9 o'clock at night here. It starts to fall apart here a little bit. You got some, then with the cold front, when it actually does move through, you will have some showers and thunderstorms moving across maybe our central areas here in east central PA over to northern New Jersey, according to the NAM here. This is actually looking right around midnight here or shortly thereafter. So this is not at a point where we would expect severe weather. And then as you get into the early morning hours here, about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, it should be exiting the coast here, whatever forms over those areas that we showed before. So it will be clearing out again behind this, becoming mostly sunny, or at least partly cloudy. It should be partly sunny on Tuesday behind that. So we're not expecting this to hang around very long, whatever precipitation we get with this. Now, we are going to be looking forward for more steadier rainfall as we get in through the end of the week here. We'll get into that here in a second. Here's a look at Tuesday. This frontal boundary that once it comes through is going to settle off to our south here, just to our south. So we should have a couple of lower humidity days and nice days, both Wednesday and Thursday. We have to watch Delaware here if this front gets hung up here for Tuesday, where I can't call it totally clear down here. But if you go a little bit further in time here from this, frontal boundary is still there. You really can't see it too well, but it kind of stalls just to our south here. Now, this is going to be important because this area of low pressure that's going to be gathering here, right over here by Missouri, is going to come across the Ohio Valley like this, and then eventually through our area. And it's going to kind of traverse this boundary here. This boundary is actually going to aid in where this goes, kind of set the railroad tracks, if you will, of where this system goes. So we're going to go a little bit further from this point and show you this system just traversing that boundary, moving to the east here. We will get into some showers, it looks like, maybe even a thunderstorm late in the day here. This is all in front of in association with the warm front, in association with this system right here. Here's your area of low pressure as a cold front down here like this, warm front side ahead of it. As this moves up in this direction, we're going to have the showers and thunderstorms associated with that late in the day here on Thursday, excuse me. And then Thursday night, we could get into some possibly locally heavy rain, according to this model here, with low pressure very close to the area here. But I do think this is one of those deals where it heads out of here. It doesn't last the entire day. This is could have been tapering off in the afternoon and maybe some partial clearing later Friday. So, but you could have a steady rainfall, at least in the overnight hours on Thursday night into Friday morning, it looks like, and after that it starts to taper off. That's our projections right now with this system, but it could be our first steady rainfall event, synoptic rainfall event that we've had in quite some time outside of thunderstorms. And then it does look like this clears out, and then Saturday sets up to be a pretty nice day here. Still some verdict still out here on Sunday. What happens there? You might have some late day thunderstorms to deal with. on Sunday, but right now it doesn't look too bad as the early look for the entire weekend. It will be cooling down a little bit, so this hot weather you're going to be experiencing today, this is not probably the last time you see the lower 90s or whatever, depending on where you are. Last time you see 90s for a while, I think you're going to go down into, you take a couple steps back when that front heads door south for a couple days. We're going to be back probably about mid 80s or so, give or take a few degrees, and then depending north and south. And then after that point, as we get to the latter part of the week, we're going to be dropping off even further, where we might actually dip below normal temperatures for this time of year for a little bit. Nothing crazily below, but we're talking about normal highs that we're probably about 3 or 4 degrees off of what normal highs are for this time of year. So it will be lower. This is going to definitely be a change. We haven't seen this in a while, and it looks like the cooler pattern for the most part will prevail for the majority of the rest of August, actually, looking ahead. So we're going to get into that a little bit more closely with our long-range forecast that we update this week. But for now, that's the forecast for this week. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for August 3rd, 2015. Have a great Monday.